Hi, I'm Slade and I live in Houston, Texas. I live in 2nd Ward, actually, or East Downtown. And it's incredibly quiet right now. Like all of Houston. Like all of everywhere. Because it's a quarantine. This is downtown Houston at rush hour. I'm not gonna lie, man. This is eerie. I took my bike out to get a better look at the city in such a weird time, and I'll be honest, it felt weird. Like super weird, like vanilla sky weird. Every street, as far as you could see. So I thought, what a perfect time to put the drone in the air, and I did. And I know I'm not supposed to fly it around downtown. And irresponsible, and I know that. And here's the thing about drones, is they don't need line of sight per se, but they do need the signal to not be blocked. And I flew it between 2 buildings and it lost the signal. So what happens is when it loses communication with me, it sort of gets very self-protective, decides it wants to return home. So it starts heading back to the point where I launched it from. Except there's a building between it and the place where I launched it from. So it freaks out and then stops and does nothing until the battery's dying. And then it just decides it's gonna set itself down. And that's what it'll do. It tried, it did its part. I got you, drone. Not mad at you. But it just came down right where it was and there was a tree. It decides, well, I'm just gonna hang out here and be a little twit and then you just can come get me. When I finally get to the drone, I spot it up in the tree. And I have no way of getting it down. So I took my bag and I just started throwing. I was like a crazy person in the middle of downtown throwing stuff at a tree. But I managed to knock it loose and I caught it right before it hit the ground. And no harm done. Lesson learned. Don't fly your drone downtown. One of the things about quarantine is it's forced me to find some different ways to entertain myself. And I went down this YouTube rabbit hole the other day and I landed on a TV show from my youth, Mr. Wizard's World. Mr. Wizard's World was a show on Nickelodeon. He would take these kids and he would do these scientific experiments. And while it was incredibly educational, he was sort of a psychopath. He terrorized these kids.
That's going up.
He would just blow things up in their faces.
Notice, we're doing what you're not supposed to do. Go up there, touch the balloon. There you go.
I'm sure it says not to do that.
And then with the other end, you blow right into those holes and hear what happens. Listen.
Is that a saw blade?
Okay, wait a minute.
Why are you holding her hand by a saw blade? Why would you do this with a saw blade? Jigsaw? You could use anything. A regular disc of metal, perhaps. Cardboard, plastic, a record. Literally anything but a saw blade.
Then I have water in the sink and everything else, so we're well protected.
Oh, well, if you got a sink full of water.
Today we're going to do some experiments that are sort of dangerous.
Nothing about this seems safe.
N.
Matter, burn your finger?
I think you're enjoying this. But in all seriousness, some of the experiments still hold up today, and he was an incredible teacher, and I remember him as a kid as being really influential. So if you're playing around on YouTube or you're looking for something to do for the next couple of days or weeks or months, we don't know.
Also avoid the mist.
Maybe check out Mr. Wizard's World. And especially for those of you who have kids, this is a fantastic reason to hold their hand next to a saw blade. It helps with discipline. If you enjoyed this look at my city, click like or share. And in the meantime, especially in this downtime, I hope you get a chance to explore your own curiosity.